Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you are doing well. In this video I am going to talk about the biggest desktop from Apple, that is iMac 27-inch. We are going to talk about its features, why it is important, and what are the implementation that Apple did to make it the bigger laptop and desktop alternative for the people who wants to do editing and other kind of stuff. So if you are new to my channel, I would suggest you to subscribe and like my other videos. Also keep share with your friends and family. Here we go. So I am opening the official website of Apple and I am going to walk you through the features and also give you a brief buyer's guide if you want to purchase that device. So iMac is one of the best desktops options available from Apple, and these are generally used for professionals like editing, movie making, film making and other kind of stuff. So the professional generally use these devices, but if you want you can also get one. However, it is very costly, so make sure that it fulfills your desire and you have the requirement that it will satisfy your needs. So this is how it looks. So basically it's just a monitor and one keyboard and magic mouse. So the thing is, it is 27-inch display and it is packed with powerful tools. Now we will talk about one by one what are the features, what is processor, what are the graphics and other memory and other things. So first talk about the display. I'll covering the display because this is what Apple sells to its clients. So it has 5K Retina display. Basically 4K is Ultra HD, where 2160p is the maximum resolution that you get. It is 1 point up, so it will be 5 times greater than normal standard full HD display, and it has larger screen size, so it will enable you to utilize the space and create whatever you want to create more conveniently and easily. So let's talk about its display. So here it is guys, as you can see this is pretty sleek and the size is really nice. However, I would appreciate if Apple just kept this part shortened, because bezel-less display are more vogue in these days, like HP, Dell and other Lenovo laptops. They are making their desktop screens with less bezel, so it will be more good for the eyes. But however, this is what we get because Apple also implemented their hardware in this device. So they basically, there lies the basic hardware for it. So they don't have a dedicated central processing unit box. That's why, so that is the reason why they have the bigger size. Now talk about Retina display. So it has 5K Retina display. This is the resolution and the colors will be 1 billion colors and the peak brightness would be 500 nits of brightness. So basically brightness is measured in candela per square meter per centimeter square. So this is how we measure the brightness. So decent brightness, I would say. In general laptops the brightness level rise from 400 nits. Here we get 500 nits. Since this device is mainly going to be used in indoor conditions, so I guess it will work just fine. And it is super sharp, and the 27-inch features True Tone technology for a more natural viewing experience and nano texture glass option to reduce glare to the barest minimum. That is nice option because since it is anti-glare, it will be more useful those people who have indoor lighting conditions and have set up their studio in the room. So that is good for those people. Now let's sum it up. What are we getting? So 5K display, and it has True Tone technology that will enable to give more natural viewing experience, which will be most useful when you are editing and coloring your movies and your videos. And it has P3 wide color gamut, so it supports over 1 billion colors and 500 nits of brightness. Now let's talk about nano texture glass. So it is about the glass that was implemented by Apple in the iMac. So basically this is the glass which will have minimum glare and maximum detail. So it was first seen on the Pro Display XDR, which is dedicated display by Apple. The nano texture glass option on the 27 is game changer for workspace with sunlight, direct light or changing lighting condition. So unlike typical matte display coatings, This nano texture is etched into the glass at the nanometer level. That is why it reduces glare while preserving contrast for jaw-dropping image quality. So no matter how much contrast is there, you will be able to see everything, and it will enable to utilize the whole screen more easily, because even though there is lighting in the room, you will be able to see every detail, and it will enable you to work more clearly. So this is nano texture glass, and it scatters inbound light to minimize glare, and while reducing the unwanted haze and sparkle of typical matte coatings. So this is the technology that they have implemented, and it looks really nice to me. Now look at the animation. So this is how it works. I will show you once again. So when the incident light fell on it, it just scatters, so it will reduce the glare. Now talk about the processor. Now it has Intel based processor, not M1 chip processor. So that is something you have to keep in mind, because Apple have started rolling out their dedicated M1 chip processor. But for iMac, because it uses maximum power and the architecture is XR20 x86 based architecture, so it is 27-inch powerful processor. So it has 10 core Intel Core i9 processors. So there are Intel's 4 range of processor. One is i3, which is general, i5 is medium, i7 is for heavy usage, and i9 is for gaming purpose. So i9 is the highest end processor from Intel, and it supports up to 10 core, which gives you all the power you need for heavy tasks like running multiple pro apps, layering tons of tracks and effects, or compiling and testing codes. So basically for filmmakers and professional video editors, photo editors, this is what matters them the most, because if you are mixing videos, creating some media, it requires lot of energy and lot of power, and that is what Apple iMac 27 delivers. It has 10 core CPU, which is really nice. So up to 10 core, 10th generation Intel Core i9 processor. Now 11th generation processor have already started rolling out, so do check guys whether they update it from the latest version. I will also keep you updated if they launch newer version, and it supports up to 5 gigahertz turbo boost. So there is difference between the general speed and boost speed. So the maximum that can be boosted would be 5 gigahertz, but it will not be 100% boosted. It will just for a fraction of time, so just keep that in mind. Now these are some of the comparison between other previous generation processors. So it has Logic Pro. So these are the softwares: Logic Pro, Final Cut Pro, Autodesk Maya, WebKit, Compile, and MATLAB. So these are various softwares, and you can see how much percentage it performs better than the previous generation. So Logic Pro, it is 65% more Ampere designer plugins. Final Cut Pro, it's 40% faster transcoding. Autodesk Maya, it has 35% faster render. WebKit Compile, it has 25% faster build time using Xcode, and MATLAB, it has up to 20% faster simulation of dynamic systems. So these are the comparison between previous generation iCore iMacs. So you get the idea how much improvement performance will be there. Now talk about other features. So more memory for major processing. So it can be configured up to 128 GB of memory. And I'm not talking about the storage, it is just about the memory. So just imagine how much memory you can give. So that is more important feature. So up to 128 gigabytes of 2666 megahertz memory. So this is about the RAM. Mostly computers have 8 GB or 216 GB RAM, but here you are getting an option to boost it for 128 GB. That is really next level. Now talking about graphics. So it comes with a graphics card which is AMD Radeon Pro 5000 series graphics, and it supports up to 16 GB of GDDR6 memory. This is pretty insane, and I would say it has the maximum power behind it. So it can power through graphics intensive workflows like 3D rendering or developing lifelike game environments. So if you are game developer, or you are developing some websites and features that require maximum graphics performance, or you are just creating some movies and effects, so this is where you need to stop. This is the device that you must have for getting your workflow more easily. So this is what it is, and just look at that, it looks so awesome. Now it supports up to 16 GB of GDDR6 memory, which is, if we compare from the previous generation of 8 GB, 6 times faster, and it has up to 40 compute units. So I'll explain what it is in some other video. Now these are the some comparisons. So Maxon Cinema 4D, Unity Editor, Total War 3 Kingdoms, Fortnite, and Final Cut Pro. So these are some games and softwares where you will find how much improvement is there, but it is done on some controlled environment. So in real time usage the difference may vary, so just keep in mind, because Apple never gives the real time usage, they just give you lab tested usage details. So these are just tested in some controlled environment. So they have also mentioned in their bottom part of this web page. So just keep in mind, these are just to inflate and just to woo their customers, but in my honest opinion it does not matter, because it varies from device to device and system by system. In certain system it performs well, in certain it doesn't, and there are a lot of factors behind that, not just simple factor. Now talking about storage, so it has flash SSD storage. So SSD stands for solid state drive, which are mainly used nowadays, and gone are the days of basically hard drive disk which had some rotating magnetic disk. So it used to have bad clusters and bad sectors. That's why it was not very important and not very useful, because a lot of hard drives actually died because of having bad sectors and other reasons. But SSD storage on the other hand is just like the replica of your pen drive, standard pen drive. So it is really working very fast, although it heats up a little bit, but nonetheless it still protects your data. So it delivers high capacity and lightning speed, and it has support up to 8 TB of SSD, which is quite frankly insane, because many laptops have 1 TB, at most 2 TB of storage, but here you are getting around 8 TB of storage. And the transfer speed, look at that, 3.4 GB per second sequential read and write speeds. That is quite insane, and I would say that this is something which you must look for if you are really professional and want to utilize the power that you want for creating awesome content. So it will allow you to scream fast access to all your photos and video libraries, massive files and pro apps. So like I said, you can have a lot of apps and a lot of softwares on your system, yet you won't be slowed down, your speed will be very fast. So up to 8 TB of SSD storage. Now talking about some other features like mics, camera and action. So if you are making some video calls, then it will have a 1080p FaceTime HD camera, which will give you studio quality 3 mic array, and you will also look and sound great. So it has T2 chip, which acts in concert with the speakers to enable variable equalizers and an enhanced bass response. So all your content can have big balanced high fidelity sound. So this is something which you will eventually get if you are spending that much amount of money on a desktop. So I would say it's not that much impressive, but I would say yes, nice. So focus is 2.2 camera and FaceTime HD camera, full HD, studio quality 3 mic array. Now what does it mean? It says there will be 3 mics, and one will be for receiving your voice, and the other 2 mics will be cancel out other noises and other effects. So you will get crystal clear sound. Now Apple T2 security chip. So this is something which I want to talk about, that so how you secure your privacy. So that is something which everyone will be thinking, because nowadays as technology has improved, so as the hackers and their other people, cyber criminals, they have also improved a lot, and just having antivirus on your device is not enough. You need to have some more safeguards. So Apple T2 security chip, which is built by Apple, it features a secure enclave coprocessor that provides the foundation for secure boot and encrypted storage capabilities. So whatever data you are storing in your device, it will be safe and it will be encrypted. So even though someone gets access to this data, they won't be able to encrypt it and read it, because the encryption will be so that only you will be able to use it. So the T2 chip also enables powerful features like the 1080p FaceTime HD camera, face detection, enhanced speaker bass response and Hey Siri, and it makes transcoding HEVC video up to twice as fast as the previous generation. So HEVC means high efficiency video codec. So it is the compressed format of videos. So maybe you are not familiar with it, but for just sake of argument, I would say in many torrents, if you are still into torrents because now there are a lot of OTT features available. But however, if you are still using torrents to download movies, you may find some HEVC variants which will allow you to compress the file into 2 to 3 GB that otherwise would have been up to 16 GB. So it is just a compression method. However, you will hear a lot of noises and compression will create lot of grains in the final picture, but that is some other story which I will tell when I will discuss some quality of video standards and all. Now talking about connectivity, so no matter how expensive your device is, if it does not have the connectivity that it requires, it will be useless. So make sure whenever you go to buy any processor or any device or anything, make sure how it will connect with other devices or how it will interact with other ecosystem. So it features two super fast Thunderbolt 3, which is also known as USB-C ports, and 4 USB-A ports. So it will give you plenty of high performance option for connecting external drives, cameras, displays and more. And 1 GB Ethernet port is standard, and you can configure the 27-inch iMac with 10 GB Ethernet for up to 10 times the throughput of the previous generation. And with ultra fast Wi-Fi and Bluetooth 5.0, you are instantly connected to your favorite content and wireless devices. Pardon me because I had to read this, and this is what I have to say because there is nothing to explain. Just it has some USB 3 Thunderbolt port and USB-A port. Also it has 1 GB Ethernet port, and it supports up to 10 GB Ethernet up to 10 times faster, and also have Wi-Fi and Bluetooth connectivity. And let me just give you the overview of the back side of the device. So this is how it looks. So it is Gigabyte Ethernet port, also known as LAN port, and these are the USB 3 Thunderbolt ports. As you can see, this is Thunderbolt sign. Now these 4 are the USB-A ports. So these are the standard USB ports where you can connect with your standard devices, and it is SD XC card slot where you can insert direct XD card, and this is the headphone jack 3.5 mm of course. Now talk about some other devices, how would you connect. So basically you can connect up to 2 6K displays including Apple Pro Display XDR. So Apple also makes their dedicated Pro Display XDR monitor, which is here. So you will able to connect all these devices with your iMac 27. So it will lets you add up to 2 6K display for the ultimate workspace setup. Now Apple accessories, when you purchase so much in hardware, you might need some basic input output devices. So Apple supplies you Magic Mouse and Magic Keyboard pair perfectly with the 27 and come included in the box. This is something relief. Just look at that, it is already included in the box. You don't need to expand further. So if you are looking for extra functionality, Magic Keyboard with numeric keypad and Magic Trackpad offers some impressive options. It looks really nice. So these are certain options. You can purchase bigger format keyboard if you are really into bigger working conditions. This is some trackpad and this is Magic Mouse. So these are some accessories that you can purchase. Now operating system is of course Mac OS Big Sur, and I have been making time to time videos regarding Mac OS Big Sur, its features, and I am also giving you some tips and tricks, some keyboard shortcuts. I will be continuing to do so. So if you are interested how to use Mac OS Big Sur in an effective manner, do check out other videos in my channel guys. And that's it, we are up to the final part of the video, and these are the, look at that, so many disclaimers, around 18 disclaimers. Don't read it guys, nothing to worry about. These are just some of the disclaimers, because while you are making tall claims, you're bound to be giving some disclaimers, because so that you won't be fall into a lawsuit. Now let me give you some technical specifications. So we are talking about 27-inch display. So here it is display 27-inch 5K Retina display, and give you perspective, it is 5120 by 2880 resolution with support for 1 billion colors. It has 500 nits brightness, wide color pre-3 color gamut, true tone technology, and configurable with nano texture glass. Now processor, there are 3 options. One is 3.1 GHz, another is 3.3 GHz and 3.8 GHz. It is up to you, which one do you prefer. Pricing is like 1,70,000 for the base model and 2,20,000 for the top model. Memory will be same, 8 GB, which will be actually 4 GB of 2666 MHz DDR4 memory slots. Same here, only base. 4 SODIMM slots, here also same, and it is configurable up to 128 GB, and it is also same on all the side. So in memory section you are getting the same thing more or less. Storage, however, there are three options. One is 256 GB SSD, another 512 GB, and another 512 GB. So in this segment you will get up to 2 TB SSD, but here you will be getting around 8 TB of SSD. But for that you have to purchase the bigger variant. Now graphics, they are AMD Radeon Pro 5300, but in the last variant you will get AMD Radeon Pro 5500 with 8 GB of memory, and you can configure up to AMD Pro 5700 XT. So it will support around 16 GB of DDR6 memory. Video supports on camera, simple full HD FaceTime HD camera, and these are the video support. Thunderbolt 3 digital video output, nothing to read there because this is just some facts, nothing to be discussed thoroughly. Audio, it has speaker systems, so 3 mic array for noise ratio and directional beam forming, 3.5 mm headphone jack, and it supports Siri. And expansions and connections, so here are the connection, I have already discussed it. Input, you will get 4 options: Magic Keyboard, Magic Mouse, and Wi-Fi. It has Wi-Fi A6, sorry, no Wi-Fi 6, so this is a bummer. And it has Bluetooth 5.0, this is nice, but in Wi-Fi section please be careful because Wi-Fi AX is available right now, which is also known as Wi-Fi 6. Here it is known as Wi-Fi 5, so just make sure that if you really want to use this, purchase this, because this is something which I frankly think is a deal breaker. Now size and weight, so weight, let me talk about weight. It will be around 8 kg, 9 kg precisely, and these are the operating conditions, and nobody cares because you are already probably having an air conditioner setup in your studio. And these are what will you get in the box. So iMac with 5K Retina display, Magic Keyboard, Magic Mouse, power cord, lightning to USB cable, and polishing cloth. That's it. No trackpad, but you can always get them. And these are some accessibility, these are the built-in apps. You can always download apps as per your requirement. So, and these are some environment and iMac disclaimers. So that's it for now, guys. I guess everything we have said is covered in this, but for the sake of this video, let me give you some buyer's guide. So here is the buyer's guide, you can choose from here. So it will cost around, the highest variant will cost around 2,20,000, and the base variant will cost around 1,70,000. Just select this and you will be asked different options that how would you like. If you want standard class, if you want nano texture class, you will have to spend 30,000 more. Memory options are there, Ethernet options are there, so customizable system, you can customize it according to your needs. So I guess we have covered everything that is required in this video. I do hope you enjoyed this video, you found it useful, and it will enable you to choose wisely whenever you plan to buy a desktop for your organization or for your personal use. So that's it for now, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Do tell me in the comments what you like and what you did not. Also give your suggestion and thoughts. Thanks for now. I'll be seeing you next time. Bye.